You have question number 1, so which is a compulsory question for 14 marks. And then question number 2 to question number 6. Question number 6, this will be for like any 4 out of 5 you need to write, and each will be for 14 marks, and MCQ is there for 30 marks. Now I will give you one suggestion, okay? If you like, you follow that. You slice your time into 30 minutes each. 3 hours you have. 3 hours you have. Every student makes this as a common complaint to me that time is not sufficient, sir. That's why I am telling you what you should do. So first you have to divide into 30 minutes each, and in this MCQ you try to complete in the first 30 minutes, your mind will be fresh, and you complete that MCQ in the first 30 minutes. Don't give 1 minute more also for MCQ, because of which you are not going to get out of 30 100 marks. Definitely not possible. So therefore don't give more than 30 minutes. Actually 30 minutes is the ideal time for this. Then don't take question number 1. You write question number 2, question number 3, question number 4 and question number 5 or 6, like that, okay? And sixth question you will have 15 minutes before, na? Go to the sixth question first. Go to the sixth question. For example, let's take May 24 paper, or this mock test itself I will show you. Anyhow, I don't know whether you will write it or not. So in this mock test, question number 6 you are going. In that 6A, discuss the cases where a registered person is not allowed to furnish the details of outward supply under section 37 in form GSTR1 or using the invoice furnishing facility. So when he cannot file the GSTR1, so in some cases his return will be blocked, like he cannot. 88C, if he has his liability in GSTR1 greater than GSTR3B for 1 or more tax periods, or ITC in GSTR3B greater than 2B for 1 or more tax periods, or he has not filed the GSTR1 of the previous month, he cannot file, or if he has not filed the GSTR3B of the previous month, he cannot file, or if he has not paid 1% of his liability through cash ledger, that cases. Or another question, what are the situations where registration of a person can be cancelled under section 29? Some 8 situations are there, na? That. So you know this question. 6B, there is one question related to profit petroleum. Just quickly see. You don't have to read detail. Quickly you see. There is one question related to profit petroleum. What is the treatment? Last few lines if you read, you will know what is the question about. Compute profit petroleum payable or paid to the government and advise the board of directors accordingly. Also, what is the treatment of royalty paid to the government and recovery of expenses by Draco Limited? So you know this. Actually profit petroleum concept we learnt. This also we can answer. 6C, the SC furnished bank guarantee to the department as required and imported capital goods at concessional rate. This is actually related to case law, one case law. You know this sixth question, okay? And so theory part actually will not fetch you full marks. Theory part will not fetch you full marks, but practical part only will fetch you full marks. Keep that in mind. Theory will not fetch you full marks. So what you should do, this sixth question you know. And you can see other question wherein one question only you are going to replace. That as it progress you decide. You know what is sixth question. Only one question you are going to replace with that sixth question. As you start doing second question, third question, fourth question, fifth question, you can always skip that and replace the sixth question in that place, okay? So when you do that, you have completed actually 4 questions. and MCQ part is completed, and you are left with last 30 minutes, correct? In this last 30 minutes, you do question number 1. But when you do this way, what will happen is that actually this question number 3, 4, 5 and all will not take 30 minutes, because these are all small questions. So this I know that you will be able to save easily 15 to 20 minutes. That 20 minutes or 15 minutes you try to use it for question number 1. So happily you will get 45 minutes for question number 1. Patiently sit, last that only. So you read the question properly and you arrive at the answer. Got it? And when you do this first question also, as I already told you, you prepare it like 4 statements. What is that 4 statement? Input tax credit chapter I told you how to present that first question. So first you will be preparing like statement showing computation of GST payable under FCM, forward charge mechanism on outward supplies. Then second, statement showing GST payable on inward supplies under RCM. Statement number 3, input tax credit availed, reversed, net available. And then last, computation of net GST payable. In that computation of net GST payable, keep in mind the manner of utilization, also rule 86B. If the turnover, taxable turnover is more than 50 lakhs, fully you cannot use from input tax credit. You have to pay 1% of your liability through cash ledger. Okay. So once you prepare this, all answers you have written now. Now last only one page, one statement you put. You got it? 3 pages, 3 statements you put, and you start filling the numbers, so that at the end only, definitely I can guarantee you your answer will not go wrong. When you do it in the beginning, there is a mental pressure. That mental pressure is I have to write the remaining questions. Because of that reason, what will happen is that you will not be able to perform, because you will look at the time. You will look at the time. Time is over, time is running up, and in 1.5 hours I have to complete the remaining, like that you will rush. So I feel like you should not have that pressure. When you will not have that pressure, these 4 questions you have written, there is nothing more to write. You have completed this, and here you speed up. You speed up because it is actually to the point. 4 marks, what you will write? 4 marks, you will not sit and write 10 pages, 20 pages. Nah? This is not a board exam. Actually to the point, if you are writing, to the point if you do the computation and give reasonable explanations and all, that is sufficient. You save the time and go to the last question. Definitely you will do wonder, and your score will be 80 plus here. You follow this strategy, because I have observed this. I only tried on my own like a student sitting and trying this. So this worked out for me. I told to many students also, they also tried this. You also try, trust me. If you want to, like say, sir, I don't want to take this chance like this. Anyhow, mock test is there na. That mock test you try. If you are able to complete in 3 hours 100 marks, follow the same for main exam. Otherwise, you devise your own strategy. Okay.